welcome you to Game 2, the JSBL semifinals. Winner moves on to play ACI Robins Nest. But first, a special moment here at half court as Ron Cornegie gives Justin Robinson his MVP trophy, as he was the best player, of course, again in the regular season, and maybe the best player of all time in the JSBL. That's some more hardware before he gets ready to play Game 2.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, a tremendous season. He has shown, even if he's been in the league for a while, absolutely no signs of slowing down. And I'll tell you what, they had probably the runner-up as well in Josh Cohen. So this is going to be a fun game between Seaview Jeep and Stearns Trailer. The 2 and the 3 seed, I think we got a real good one coming in here.
And this is a classic matchup. These two teams have played time and time again. It's been Stearns Trailer that's been the roadblock for Justin Robinson to try to get back to a JSBL final. If he wins tonight, they go back. They play ACI Robins Nest tomorrow, who had just a thrilling win. County Line didn't lead once in that game. I think that might be the most impressive part of it.
Yeah, it was wire to wire, and I know it was a close game throughout a lot of it. A couple of ties, but it really didn't feel like ACI Robins Nest ever gave up control of the game after the opening tip.
Some of these two teams a little bench shy tonight. Mason Jones in the starting 5 alongside Dortch, Gaffney, Amon, and Merlin. And then Seaview Jeep rolling out the twin towers of Hall and Cohen alongside Robinson, Rice, and Steele. So Monmouth royalty mixed in with Hall and Cohen. Away we go. In game number 2 of the JSBL semifinals, winner moves on to play ACI Robins Nest, who is trying to win their second straight title. Do we get a rematch or do we get a new one? As Dortch gets inside and lays it in to open the scoring.
He's coming off 43 points in the quarterfinal victory. He carried Stearns' offense for a good amount of stretches, so they're going to need him to do a lot of the same things.
Here's Robinson, kicks to the corner. Steele, open look for 3, got it. Knocks down a triple, and both teams take the lead in their first possessions.
I'll tell you what, Mason Jones came out late to close out, but Steele, a dead-eye three-point shooter, didn't matter on the contest.
As Rice fouls Dortch, and Dortch early on showing that they don't really have a guy that can guard him tonight.
They got Xander Rice on him right now, but I would say Dortch probably has the size advantage there. That's what I'm really interested to see how Seaview Jeep contains the big man offense.
As Gaffney knocks down a triple, and it's 5-3 Stearns. Here's Robinson. Gets in, gets a little bit of a double, kicks to the corner for Rice, who has Dortch on him. This is a tough matchup for Rice, offensively and defensively. Cohen comes in and sets the screen. Here's Cohen, drives down the lane, got it, and the foul.
Every time Josh Cohen has donned the red Seaview Jeep jersey, he has been unstoppable. It seems like no big in the league can contain his combination of size, ball handling, and finishing abilities in the lane. It's going to be a tough cover for whoever's on him. It started off with Merlin. The front court is where I'm really looking here for this game. I know Steele and Rice and Robinson are in the back court, but that's where this game is going to be won.
And it's really who slows down who tonight as Gaffney rises, fires, and misses on another 3-ball attempt. Rice, Gaffney was pestering him. Rice drives in, lays it up off the glass and missed. Mason Jones the rebound. Mason, mid-range, no, rebounded by Emmett Hall. Here's Robinson. Got his MVP trophy just moments ago as Mason Jones on him, falls away, and that one too strong, and Big Mike Amon, the rebound. Amon trying to get back to another title game as Merlin finishes on Hall.
Yeah, Rasheed Merlin's going to be a matchup problem in this game, whether it's Hall or Cohen guarding him, because he can stretch the floor out, but he's also a really good post presence.
Robinson, oh, what a pass to Cohen, who finishes. How did he thread the needle there?
It looked like the ball just kind of teleported out of the hands of Robinson into the hands of Cohen. Gap closed quickly.
I mean, that was just wizardry from Justin Robinson. Oh, beautiful feed inside. Gaffney finds Dortch, who slams it with one hand.
He was able to free himself off of Xander Rice, and again, that's going to be the matchup that's going to really determine this game.
Robinson kicks corner, Steele, behind the back to Rice. Rice fires mid-range off. Aim in the rebound, he gives to Dortch, who pushes very quickly, and Gaffney dribbled off his shoe. Both of these teams showing their strengths in the early going.
Yeah, this is definitely a different game than the one that we just saw. That one a bit of a rock fight, defensive focus, slow things down and play in the half court. These two teams are looking to run and shoot the ball.
And that's what makes the style and contrast of so good right now as Robinson hits the mid-range. It's 9-9. J.J. McCarthy would be pretty happy. Gaffney, after a pass from Merlin, misses on a three. All right, so rebound. Xander takes it, spins, fires, got it. That didn't even hit the net, and it's 11-9 Seaview.
Yeah, when Rice can get into his position in the post, he is a little bit undersized for a forward, but he has that forward's mindset and strength as well.
As Gaffney lays it in to tie the game at 11. Back and forth we go. Here's Robinson, turns the corner, finds Hall, who had no one near him, but he couldn't handle the pass. Robinson steals it back from Amon. Mismatch in the corner, Robinson, 4-3, knocks it down. 14-11. Merlin on Hall, lays it in. Both of these teams exploiting the mismatches in the early going.
And they're finding them quickly in the half court.
As Steele rises, fires, and could not hit on a three. Dortch the other way. Here's Mason Jones. Kicks to Amon. Amon under the basket, just took Hall to school. It's unbelievable that he's just still able to do that.
Yeah, Amon just kind of walked him down from the high post to the low post, and once he gets to that hook shot, a bit of a scoop shot, it's very hard to guard.
Here's Cohen Robinson, gets in, spins. Oh, what a pass to Cohen. I mean, he's on cloud 9 right now the way he's passing the basketball.
Yeah, we know Robinson kind of feels out the game in the first quarter, but he is taking the game over as a playmaker.
Merlin rises and fires and missed on a three. Robinson will take it the other way with the burst of acceleration. Kicks, Rice wide open for three and missed. Merlin the rebound, and Stearns is lucky because Robinson just created an open shot out of nothing. Here's Mason Jones sizing up Jesse Steele, kicks inside, Amon off his shoe, and it's rebounded by Cohen, who gets it to Rice. Rice in transition, fires and missed on a three. There was some contact, and that one deflected out of bounds. Seaview has it. We've hit our first timeout at game number 2. What a start to this one, 16-15. Seaview in front at the media timeout. .436 to play here in the opening quarter of the semifinal matchup in the JSBL. Daniel Zarski, Kraut Hamill right away off the inbound. Cohen finds some space and lays it in.
Yeah, he's so quick to go up with a shot. He's very, very hard to guard just, again, because of his skill level. Not only has he had the size, he's got the skill among any bigs in the league.
He's 4 of 4 as there's a whistle and a foul. Alexander into the game for Hall. Myers into the game for Stearns. And again, everything we kind of texted about in our group chat before tonight has kind of come true. We said that Seaview didn't have a Dortch answer. That has come true as he makes his first free throw. Stearns doesn't have a Josh Cohen answer. He's 4 for 4. You the cowbell again. And Justin Robinson is doing Justin Robinson things.
Of course.
Everything's kind of right now. 18-16 the score. Rice 1 of 6. He's gotten off to a slow start, but he's feeling it. Finds Cohen here. Cohen drives, kicks, and 1. Cohen draws contact and adds 1 more. Coming up at the line.
Yeah, again, Cohen, the touch in the post. He's so good at battling that contact, and he's just able to flip it up. Again, that touch, even when he's dealing with contact, and that's 2 fouls now on Rasheed Merlin.
That's problematic, and Merlin really hasn't been able to stop Cohen, and you don't really want to put Amon on him because he moves so well for a big man that Amon can't really walk him down. Having Myers is key here. Is Mason Jones rises, fires, drills a mid-range. Nice shot for Mason Jones, and he's cut the lead to 3. Here's Robinson. High pick and roll. No, they fake it. Robinson gets in, floats one, and lays it up and in with the left hand. The mid-air adjustment from J-Rob. Here's Merlin. Directing traffic, finds Jalen Gaffney. Down low, Dortch on Alexander, bullying him and getting the layup.
Yeah, again, they don't really have an answer for Dortch. What they're missing is a true 4-man, someone who can match up with Dortch's physicality in the post. They don't have that right now. It's going to be a problem for a lot of this game.
They've created their own Both teams have mismatches that they've exploited so far. Here's Robinson, split a triple team, finds Steele in the corner for 3. Money! You cannot leave Jesse Steele wide open in the corner because that's exactly what he'll do.
And Robinson is going to find him at any opportunity as well.
Monmouth Legacy playing with each other. Merlin left open for 3, and he answers. Merlin is a streaky 3-point shooter, and that time he hits. Cohen, Robinson, Alexander, finds J-Rob. Doubled, finds Alexander wide open. Alexander Euroing into traffic and misses the shot. He had Rice wide open in the corner, who was calling for it. Ooh, they get a whistle on Robinson, who is matched up with Dortch.
Yeah, definitely a size mismatch there. I think he was just trying to stop him in any way possible as some subs for CVUG. He was just trying to stop him and eliminate a potential break opportunity.
Kavanaugh is going to come in for Steele. And Hall's going to come in for Cohen. So this is minutes if you're Seaview, or if you're Stern, you feel like these are must-win minutes. Here's Merlin. Backs his way down in on Alexander. Good defense the first time, but he gets his own miss and puts it back in. 26-25. Robinson across the screen. Has it, falls away, mid-range, in and out. Myers the rebound. Myers, offensive foul. Robinson took it, and that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, Savon Myers is not someone I would want to stand in the way of when he was driving down the lane with a full head of steam.
Oh my goodness.
J-Rob put everything on the line. He took a really big hit from Myers. And Myers is another guy I'm interested in seeing how he really contributes to this game. He's another matchup problem. He's got guard skill set, but forward size, again, kind of like someone like Rice as well. So I'm interested to see how he matches up in this game.
Robinson, great pass, extra one. Alexander, that high arcing moon ball. Russell Wilson, 3 doesn't go. Aiming the rebound, and Seaview a little bit frustrated with how Alexander's played these opening minutes. As Gaffney lines up a 3. Myers trying to be a pest on the inbound. Here's Robinson, gets in, drives, got it, and the foul. Oh my goodness.
I just don't know how he finds these little openings and crevices anywhere on the floor. Again, that's really good defense by Dortch. Eventually just kind of lost the verticality there, and he just flipped it up just past his arm. Again, he just kind of finds a way.
He split a double team. As he gets it. You know what he's like? You ever see the DVD screens where it's like on the DVD screen where it's trying to hit the corners? As Dortch misses the layup and Alexander the rebound. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about. As Gary hit the floor.
Oh my goodness.
He's all right.
Gary's had an eventful night as Robinson fires off on a three. Kavanaugh was in the direction but couldn't chase down the rebound, and it'll go to Stearns. But yeah, it's like he finds that little corner every single time he's down the floor. No matter if it's a pass or if it's a shot. He's just incredible. Here's Gaffney, corner triple, up and off. He threw it right to Myers, though, who has it here, guarded by Kavanaugh. Clear mismatch, and they get it into Amon on Hall. Myers, no hesitation on a three, missed. Rebound, Merlin, he puts it back in. Seaview struggling a little bit defensively without Cohen. As Robinson didn't get it to go, but he drew the contact.
You know, I wasn't really sure how you were going to land the plane on that metaphor about Justin Robinson, but I see how you did it. I can see your point. I wasn't sure how you were going to get there, but you landed the plane. Props to you.
Yeah, as I started bringing it up, I kind of realized I was like, that's a tough land, but it's really, I mean, it's so hard to find the corner when you're. It's a rare thing, but when you're able to find the precision that a guy like Robinson has, and man, does he have precision, it's just incredible what he can do. He's like prime Aaron Rodgers. I feel like that's a better example. Here's Myers. Kavanaugh and Myers feels like a recipe for disaster. They get it into Amon. Extra pass. Dortch wide open for three. Lines it up and knocks it down. Stearns back in front as we go back and forth in this first quarter. Here's Robinson. Drives in, kicks, corner, Rice at the buzzer. No! Just missed. And that takes us to the end of an exciting first quarter. That's the Stearns trailer have the lead. We'll be right back after this short break on the JSBL Network. Quarter in the books, Dan Yuzerski, Alec Kraut Himmel, Nick Dahl, our producer. Our executive producer is Mr. Eddie Kapalko. The score 33-31 after game two, and after a rock fight of game one, that was wide open, spacing the floor basketball.
Absolutely, two very, very different styles. And I mean, it's been entertaining no matter what style has been played so far tonight. And I think that first quarter down the stretch really showed that CVG is going to need Josh Cohen on the floor as much as humanly possible.
They tried to get him a rest in that first as Robinson finds Steele, who couldn't quite handle it. Robinson once again threaded the needle, but sometimes when you thread the needle, you kind of catch people by surprise. Here's Myers on Kavanaugh. Myers just took him to school and bullied. So Rice on the bench. They're going to need some decent minutes out of Kavanaugh tonight. That's a tough ask against this Stearns team.
Yeah, again, a little bit of lack of depth at the forward spot is kind of the weakness for Seaview Jeep, and that's what Stearns Trailer has an abundance of. So a bit of a bad matchup in that regard for really both sides, you could say.
Myers would be, tell you what, a perfect fit on Seaview as he missed the first free throw.
Yeah, he's a good passer. He has the size to play forward, but he can also play some guard as well. He's about 6'5", so yeah, that would be a fun fit, I would say.
So one more for Savon. He got to second.
Where is that cowbell coming from?
Will Ferrell?
Maybe.
I mean, I'll tell you what, I'm starting to get a fever.
Where's Christopher Walken when you need him?
Yeah, exactly. Here's Kavanaugh. Takes Amon to school, lays it up off the glass and in. We said they needed some big minutes. How about that? Myers running the point here. They get it to Dortch. Passes in, Amon off the glass and in. He might not have the athleticism he used to have, but he's just so smart. Kavanaugh for three, lines it up and hits. A Colin Kavanaugh barrage here, and it's 36 all.
Are we gonna see Amon and Kavanaugh go at each other this entire second quarter?
This is fun. Myers, the answer, off the mark, and it'll go back to Seaview. I mean, maybe those two matching up with each other is fun. He's got Dortch on him here, maybe trying to give Robinson some more off-ball work. Here comes Cohen for that high pick and roll. Robinson gets around it, finds Cohen. Extra kick to the corner, steal. Good transition by Myers on the rotation. Steal. Gets in, firing away and missing. Myers the rebound. Excellent defense that whole possession. Here's Savon. Kicks. Dortch. Drives in on Cohen. Lays it up off the glass and in. Defense and offense for Stearns. Robinson the other way. Hounded. They get Cohen inside. There's three on him. Cohen. Soft touch doesn't go. Myers the rebound. Here's Dortch. Extra kick. Gaffney open look for the corner. No. Rebound. Tracked down by Robinson. Robinson finds Kavanaugh. Blocked by Myers, but Robinson right there for the putback. Kavanaugh is playing a dangerous game.
Yeah, Robinson was there to back him up, but how about that block? Myers just pinned it against the glass.
As Merlin now blocked. Kavanaugh knocked it out of bounds, and it last hit Gaffney. Kavanaugh playing effective minutes, and he'll get rewarded. I'm sure Tyler Schmelz is going to give him a huge high five, and he does.
Yeah, 5 points, a couple of big defensive plays. Much needed spot minutes off the bench for Kavanaugh. He's provided some of that this season.
Really the whole year. He's become a solid role player for Seaview, as Alexander and Robinson weren't on the same page. Turnover. Dortch the other way. Turned it over himself, and they're going to say last off of Seaview. Rice couldn't believe it.
Yeah, the entire CVG roster and franchise couldn't believe it either.
I tell you what, that red JSBL hat that Schmelz has, as you take a look at the Seaview bench, pretty nice as Robinson deflects that Merlin pass out of bounds after the missed three.
Why don't we get more JSBL gear? Or actually, I should rephrase
you
my
have no
question.
JSBL gear.
Why can't I get any JSBL gear?
We've been wondering that for how many years now that you've been here? I only have the one shirt, and it doesn't really even fit me anymore, as Myers misses from point-blank range, but Stearns can't get the ball back. Stearns just continues to buy itself extra possessions. They get it into Merlin. Dortch, he'll try on a three, good closeout, and then Alexander fouled him.
Yeah, Alexander stepped back. He was anticipating a drive-in with Dortch's ability at the rim, and Alexander a little bit too overzealous on that closeout, made contact in the landing zone. And
Dortch sold the contact.
Yeah, that's a mistake that you can't make on a three-point shooter.
Alexander's struggling a little bit so far in his minutes tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really tough matchup against Parker Dortch because, again, he has the strength to really play down low in the post, but then when you already have guys like Merlin or Amon, who's on the bench right now, out there, it's a really tough guard. I mean, Seaview doesn't really have a guy who can match up with him one-on-one, and he's really taken advantage of it so far.
And that's what's so impressive.
I think Parker was listening as he was waiting for the ball.
So Dortch hits the first. He's got one more after he missed the second.
Oh, I see where the source is now, I think. I see where the source of the cowbell is. It's Rich Gardella, the owner of County Line Auto Body. That's where the cowbell's coming from. I finally found it.
I guess I don't think him and Stearns are going to be doing business anytime soon. And I'm sure Pastor is seething after listening to that as Rice. Blocked by Myers. Oh, my goodness. Myers has been the best player on the floor for Stearns defensively tonight.
Yeah, definitely. He's had those 2 blocks now, and he, again, provides problems with his size.
So it'll be Rice to inbound. Here's Steele. Drives in, kicks to the corner for Rice, who drives in, lays one up, and draws contact on Mason Jones.
Yeah, I think this is what Seaview needs to go to more of. You kick it out to Rice and let him create off the dribble. He's really good at attacking closeouts. He's decisive and he's quick with his first step. So they need to get him the ball more and get him opportunities with full speed at the basket.
So 2 for Grisham here. He hits both. That's the one thing. If Rice has struggled so far tonight, that's the last thing you want to. That's the last place you want to put him. Here's Merlin. Kicks to Gaffney. To Myers. Dumps it down low. Dortch playing some bully ball, and Merlin, after a slick pass from Dortch, puts it in.
Yeah, how about the playmaking in the post by Parker Dortch? The double team comes over, he recognizes it. Merlin with a really well-timed cut downhill to the basket back door, and he finds him for an easy 2.
Here's Robinson. Oh, nice skip pass. Alexander, that high arcing moon ball. 3 doesn't go. As Mason Jones on the other end extends the lead to 4. And a foul the other way. That's Dortch picks up his second with 5:40 to play here in the second quarter.
And again, you give the ball to Rice, let him create going towards the basket. Again, he's not the tallest guy out there in the forward room, especially on the floor dealing with Stearns' big men, but he has that play strength and athleticism that he can go straight to the basket, take contact, and give himself a chance at the line. Again, like you mentioned, you don't want to give Rice those opportunities at the stripe. You know, he's a guy that, you know, if he sees 1 or 2 or a few free throws fall, might open up the rest of his game.
As he gets that second one to go. Dortch drives in, denied by Cohen. That's his second block of the night. Rice, Cohen wide open, takes it and makes it from 3. And a 5-0 run for Seaview puts them back in front. What a back and forth affair we have in game number 2 to start. Jones kicks, Dortch, Gaffney, inside Myers, backs down, falls away, mid-range is pure. The evolution of Myers as a scorer continues to impress.
Yeah, it's a great job matched up against Rice. 2 really strong guys down low, but a great job of utilizing the weight of Rice to just fall away and great touch.
Here's Zander here, works around Myers, misses the shot, ball on the ground. It pinballs to Gaffney, who's going to push. Gaffney down the lane, layup is no good, but there for the follow is Myers. Myers breaking out in game number 2 as Rice from the corner hits. They didn't get him on a foul, but he ties the game nonetheless. Jones backs it up. Now drives in on Robinson, falls, spins, passes to Merlin, and Jones is getting agitated mid-play. Here's Dortch spinning inside, laying it up and in. Torch is just a man on a mission right now.
Yeah, again, great positioning by Dortch, driving right, getting Hall to commit, and then spins around to the left, and that opened up a much easier and more open shot.
Here's Robinson. Robinson kicks, finds Hall, steal, a three, launches up and no, rebounded, kicking to Myers, extra man, Myers down the lane, couldn't get it to go, but Gaffney there for the tip. 52-48, Stearns trailer in front. Long pass, steal, corner three, got it. I mean, it's just every time he's left open in the corner, it's like it's automatic.
He has a really nice release. He gets high up on the ball. It's really tough to contest because he falls away a little bit as well.
52-51 now, Stearns in front. Myers. Oh, beautiful feed. Merlin, the two-handed flush, and he hangs on the rim after.
Yeah, Cohen and Rice were mid-switch, and Myers a great job of just firing a pass instantly down low with the defense still mid-switch.
As that one doesn't go. Here's Dortch. Feels like Seaview starting to cater a little bit as Crater, excuse me. That one misses. Here's Cohen. Robinson. Oh, beautiful fast. Open look. Steal for three. He knocks it down. That's his fourth of the half. And once again, we are tied.
Yeah, Steele, the trail man there on the three. Robinson knew he was there the entire way. It's a great pass to set up an open look.
Robinson playing like he has eyes in the back of his head. Jones rises, fires on a mid-range, and a soft touch and a bounce. Puts Stearns back in front. Here's Steele. Comes across the screen, finds Robinson, extra pass, Steele, open look. Shot fake, three, up and short. Rice gets the rebound in the corner, drives. Long pass, Steele, open look, catch and shoot. How about five? Seaview back in front.
Again, the ball movement on that possession. You get Stearns in the scramble drill, rotating all over the floor. Eventually, you're going to find a shooter open with the amount of high-level passing and offensive IQ on this team.
57-56. Dortch. They send the double at him. Extra pass. Merlin fumbled it for a second, fires a three and misses. Here's Rice. Deciding to push the pace, dribbles through the entire team, and Myers sent it back again.
That's 3 blocks for Myers. Oh, my goodness. And I just realized we haven't had the media timeout yet.
Unbelievable. Media timeout with 1:15 to play here in the second quarter. We'll be right back after this short break on the JSBL Network. A minute 15. I don't think we've ever had a media timeout go that late into a quarter ever.
Yeah, not that I can remember at least. I mean, that pretty much epitomizes this game so far. It's been free-flowing basketball on both ends.
It's been everything you could have asked for in game number 2. Here's Robinson with Jones on him. They're going to set a pick and roll with him and Cohen. Here's Rice, starting to find a shot a little bit, mid-range. Mason Jones got a piece of it. It was tipped back to him, and he missed again. So Stearns has it with under a minute to play here in this quarter, and Gaffney runs the lane and slams it down.
If there's one thing Stearns does better than anybody else in the league, and that's run the floor in transition. Again, Gaffney there for it. There have been too many times so far in this half where Stearns has two guys down the floor and the other way, and Seaview only has one.
As Merlin picks up the foul, was battling Cohen down low. That's the thing. You know what's incredible about Stearns Trailer? They've never not played in the finals in this gymnasium. We've played here since 2022.
Yeah, I believe this would be if they do win this game, their
fifth straight.
Fifth consecutive finals appearance.
Trying to get some revenge on ACL Robbins next, after Dwayne Jones hit the shot heard around the world to them last year.
Or around the greater Monmouth County area.
Yeah. You couldn't let me have that one. 59-58, and Charlie's messed up the clock. What was Charlie looking at, Clayton Clark photos?
It looks like the game clock didn't start running either.
It didn't. Here's Gaffney. Jones. Jones kicks. Gaffney with 4 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Rises, fires, and knocks down a long 3. So Stearns has the lead, but Seaview can hold for the final shot. Robinson, long 3, no. Rebounded by Myers, and that's the half. Heavyweight fight between Stearns and Seaview as Myers almost drilled someone. What a first half of basketball. We'll be back with the start of the second half after this short break on the JSBL Network. Start of the second half. Dan Yezerski and Alec Krauthamel here with you. This one, a high-octane affair, 61 to 59. Stearns trailer has the lead, and a lot of that's been because of the damage they've done with their size.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Parker Dortch, Jalen Gaffney, and Rasheed Merlin have been great so far. You look at Savon Myers with 5 points, 4 rebounds. It's been a really tough game for Seaview Jeep with the size that Stearns has.
As Steele opens up the corner with this 6 3-pointer. He's been on a heater tonight.
Yeah, and he's creating space as well, and his teammates are finding him. That's the beauty of watching this Seaview Jeep team. They're always going to find the extra look.
Mason Jones, the answer, no. Seaview in front, 62-61. Steele with 18 points. Now, as Rice lost it, good defense by Merlin. Jones comes away with the steal. Down the lane, Gaffney, the layup to put Stearns back in front. You'd think in a game with all this high-profile talent, as Cohen's fouled, interesting to see who that goes on, you wouldn't expect Jesse Steele at the 8-minute and 54 mark of the third quarter to be the leading scorer for both teams.
I mean, he's the longest tenure player here in this league, and he is on one tonight. He's finding his space. Again, him and Justin Robinson on Seaview Jeep, another great playmaker. I mean, they have 11 assists in this game, 6 from Rice, 5 from Robinson. The ball is finding Steele at a high level, and he's taking good shots.
As Cohen misses the first free throw. And he missed both, and Torch just one arm stabbed the rebound. Here's Gaffney, open look for 3, knocks it down, and puts Stearns in front by 4.
Yeah, that's a breakdown on defense by Seaview Jeep.
Rice couldn't match. Here's Dortch inside Merlin, the positioning, he missed. His putback is good.
And again, Stearns runs the floor better than any team here in this league. They are whether they're turning transition opportunities into baskets or they're kickstarting their half-court attack, they are always finding quick, good looks.
And another deflection. Gaffney down the floor, slams it down. And Stearns is all out of shorts. It's a 9-0 run for Stearns. Seaview's all out of sorts, excuse me.
Again, turning good opportunities in quickly. Steele there, again, on a rebound. They're able to kick ahead and get something started quickly. There have been too many times in this game where Stearns has had 2 guys at the basket on a transition opportunity, and there's just one for Seaview Jeep. They haven't gotten back quick enough, and it's tough against Stearns. They got a lot to work on here in this huddle.
We'll talk about it after this short break on the JSBL Network. (70-62), Stearns in front after the Seaview timeout. Dan Yezerski, Alec Krauthamel, and now it's starting to become a defensive affair for Stearns. A steal from the corner and out. Towards the rebound, and if you're Seaview, you might have to change a little bit of philosophy-wise because it's not working right now. Stearns has them figured out. Jones, Heyman, in, kicks, Gaffney. Robinson went up in the air. Gaffney finds Merlin wide open for 3, knocks it down. And the lead is double digits out of nowhere. 12-0 run for Stearns.
Yeah, I mean, they just find good shots. Again, I think if I'm Seaview Jeep, I'm probably more concerned about the defense. Just too many breakdowns and open looks for Stearns.
As they can extend it now. Merlin fouls Rice. Or, excuse me, the other way around. Rice fouls Merlin.
It's been the size that Stearns, again, they're able to get in their half-court set in a quick hurry. Bit of a mismatch with Rice guarding Merlin. I don't think that's what they wanted to draw up going into that possession. They're just so quick with getting into their offense. It makes it hard for the defense to even set themselves up the right way.
I think the big thing right now is that they're getting just completely waxed on the boards. Merlin finds on an open look, aiming the rebound. They can't get any rebound to save their lives right now. Stearns, Gaffney, open look for three, and finally Hall gets it. Here's Rice. Gets inside, falling away, and knocks it down. It's a big bucket there.
Yeah, they're going to need Xander
But
Rice
again,
if they want to come back into this game. Struggled with his efficiency in the first half, 2 of 14 from the floor. They're going to need him to attack at a high level.
And they need Robinson to kind of take over as well. That one's stolen by Cohen. Seaview creating a steal. Rice fakes, open look for three, in and out. Dortch the rebound. And Dortch has continued to out-muscle Cohen for these rebounds. Dortch, open look for three, took it in Cohen's face and knocks it down. And Stearns trailer looks to be on their way to yet another JSBL Finals.
Yeah, I think both ends of the floor right now, Seaview's just kind of out of sorts. They aren't playing at the right pace that they need to. They haven't been able to find a lot of good looks.
That one wasn't either. Robinson misses. Here's a look, Gaffney. Open look for three. They're just running the floor easily right now, and it's 79-64.
Again, they get into their offense so quickly. Another defensive breakdown as Gaffney's left wide open.
Here's Cohen. Drives, kicks, and one. Cohen takes over there. And they got one more coming.
I know Cohen has, I think, 20 points now at this point. He had 60 in the first half, but I feel like Seaview needs to see more from him on the ball on a consistent basis. They just haven't been, he hasn't truly taken over this game like he has so far this season.
He's got to try to get them into foul trouble. That's really, if you could get Merlin into foul trouble, and he's already got three, make him pick up that fourth foul and make John Kaminsky start to think a little bit more. As it's 79-67. And I think a lot of these defensive breakdowns are happening because of the ability of Stearns just running the floor the way that they have. Here's Amen. This one pickpocketed by Alexander. He finds Steele, open look for three. Steele short, gets his own miss, fires up a shot and knocks it down. 5 quick points for Seaview.
Yeah, this defense needs to force more turnovers. Just get Stearns out of the rhythm anyhow, anyway. They just haven't been able to do that. They've let Stearns kind of get into their motions and their rhythm. They need to start to take the action.
Here's Amen. As Robinson on him. Gets in, somehow got that to go. Here's Rice down the other end. Kick, steal, open look for three. No, rebounded by Dortch. And then once again, they're just very quickly running the floor. Jones kicks, Gaffney corner. Oh, good defense by Alexander. Here's Jones. 81-69. Gaffney. Step back, triple, pure. And Stearns can't miss in the third quarter.
I'll tell you what, Gaffney these last 2 games has been unreal from the perimeter. We know him as kind of a guy who will attack the basket, shoot the mid-range, but his three-point game has been a huge reason why Stearns is at this point, up by 15 and in the semifinals. He has been a huge catalyst of Stearns' offense. I don't know where they'd be without him.
I mean, it's just incredible. This was a timeout on the floor with 3:52 to play. 84-69 to score. Oh, beautiful kick, Alexander. They need this three badly, and they couldn't get it. Rebound, tracked in the corner. Last off Stevie to go back to Stearns. We didn't get an updated stat sheet in that quarter. Gaffney finds Dorsch. I mean, just the ball movement in this half-court setting. Almost nearly 30 points already for Stearns as Dorsch knocks down another three. They can't miss. And out of nowhere, the lead is 18.
They have just been unconscious from beyond the arc. Again, they're finding good looks, and they are converting on them.
And not even that, but if you think about it this way, they've scored now 28 points in this third quarter. Seaview has 10, now 13 after that huge streak from Robinson, cutting it to 15. But once again, it's just Stearns' defense. It's been so good, and it looks like they are setting up a rematch of last year's championship game.
And it looks like a bit of a 3-2 zone now for Seaview Jeep. We've seen them go to the zone in the past a couple of times in this season. We'll see if it can slow the tide.
I mean, they just can't miss.
No,
This is incredible. Merlin knocks down a three. Cohen inside, lays it in. And he's cut it to 16. They need to win like the last 2:30 of this quarter badly, and Dortch throws it away. Seaview has it here. Steele. Cohen flips it up and in. As they get a delay game call. Those never make sense to me. I think Cohen tried to throw it at Jones, and Jones smartly just let it roll past him. Here's Gaffney. Here's Dorsch, wide open from the foul line, steps back, finds Mason Jones, open look for three. This is just incredible! When's the last time they've missed on a three?
I really don't know. It doesn't feel like it's been the entire quarter.
Robinson couldn't get the answer, and Amon the rebound. Dorsch gets in, floats one up and in. I mean, this is just incredible efficiency. This must be how Cavs fans felt. Steele in and out. Here comes another open look for three that they're going to make. Dorsch steps back. Skip pass. Jones open look for three, and well, they did miss. And Alexander the rebound. Here he comes down the lane. Kicks to the corner for Steele. Extra pass to Rice, who fires and knocks down a three. 16-point game. As Stearns just an offensive explosion in the third. They're approaching 40 points. Here's some Globetrotter-esque. Amon falls away. Couldn't get it to go. Alexander the rebound. Alexander, mid-range transition, knocks down a three. That's a huge shot.
Yeah, I think a 13-point lead, a very much different feel from something like a 16-point game, and that's why Seaview's got to get a stop here on this possession.
Jones traveled, didn't get it to go, and Merlin lays it in.
They got Merlin on the delay of game, and that's the second one, which means a technical free throw for Justin Robinson.
That's huge.
And they'll get the ball back with 4.3 seconds left.
Jones won't give it up. I still can't believe they didn't get Jones on the travel. He clearly took four, maybe even 5 steps. He took a whole vacation there. As Robinson knocks down the technical. So what does Seaview have in the bag of tricks here with 4.3 seconds to go? Here in this third, Robinson gets in, floats one up, and in at the buzzer. Cutting it to 12.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how you want to end the quarter if you're Seaview Jeep. And if you're Stearns, you got to be careful. Again, if we look back to a couple of days ago, Stearns led by as many as 18 against RKE in the third quarter. They kind of let their foot off the gas. That was RKE had a chance to tie the game at the buzzer, so Stearns really got to be careful here that they lock down on defense, get good shots on offense. They're going to get everything Seaview Jeep has in this fourth quarter.
Stearns a quarter away from playing in their 5th straight JSBL championship. We'll be right back after this short break. Start of the fourth quarter, 10 minutes to go to decide who plays ACI Robin's Nest in the championship game. Danny Zersky, Alec Krauthamel, and 8-12 from 3 in that third quarter really separated these two teams for Stearns Trailer.
Felt like they couldn't miss, and they played a good defensive half as well. Only 10 of 22 from the floor, 4-13 from 3 for Seaview Jeep in the third quarter. But now Stearns, again, it's this fourth quarter. They got to lock in, take this game over. They've been a second half team a lot of this year. Now they just got to lock down and get it done.
They led by as much as 19. The lead's down to 12. Here's Jones, kicks Gaffney. Dortch backing in Alexander. They send a double, and they're going to get a foul. It's going to go on Alexander, who reached in a little bit too much. Again, it's just the size disadvantage. They can't handle it right now.
Yeah, I mean, you got Myers out there as well as Merlin and Dortch. It just provides a lot of issues.
And Gaffney as well. And, oh, Merlin stepped on the baseline. So it'll go to Seaview. That's a good turnover. Good stop for Seaview there. Robinson, half court for the logo, missed. He was halfway down and out. That's been the story of the second half. Myers tries from 3, and he misses. Cohen running the floor, steal. Robinson, oh, beautiful feed to Cohen, who slams it down. Cohen rim running, and he's cut the lead to 10.
It felt like that kind of ball movement Seaview Jeep got a little bit too far away from, and now they got to get back to it as they try to cut into this deficit.
Merlin gets the putback after 2 misses. And Merlin's just been a beast on the boards tonight. Robinson gets in, kicks, corner, steal, 3, got it. Cuts the lead to 9. Oh. Jones might have sold the contact there. They get a foul on Steele. That's the second foul on the quarter.
Yeah, it looked like they got him for a trip, but again, Steele has been that floor spacer. He's got 7 threes in this game. He's up to 23 points. He just knows where to find himself, and Justin Robinson said, I don't know who he was directing it to, he just said get open, but I guess Jesse Steele obliged.
I mean, it's been, if they come back to win this game, Jesse Steele's efforts are not going to go unnoticed for sure. How many people does it take to clean up a wet spot?
Too many, apparently.
I mean, you got a mop. You got 6 players in the vicinity. Alexander's on his own, cleaning up another one. It's a little toastier in the gym tonight, and that might. Oh, Chamel's just rocketed a towel in there.
Unfortunately, Nick couldn't pan the camera over in time, but he just underhand like it was softball.
Maybe he plays in a men's softball league. We just don't know about it.
That was a fastball.
Because it's tough to get a towel across that length.
Especially as it unravels.
You really got to toss it, and that was impressive. So whenever this stops, it's going to be Stearns inbounding with 8:40 to play. They get it into Gaffney, guarded by Robinson. Kick, Mason Jones. Had it denied for a second. Dortch drives, kicks to Gaffney. Open look for 3. Off, rebound Myers, throws it to Jones. Mason Jones, pickpocketed for a second by Rice. Robinson then gets it. Extra kick, here's the corner 3. Merlin up and knocks it down. Some yelling, I don't know from where. Here's Robinson, lobs it up, Cohen finishes alley-oop. Back to 10.
He put some arc on that alley-oop too. Cohen had to track it down like he was a wide receiver. That was a pretty high degree of difficulty.
You know what that looked like? That was like a Wilson Baldwin connection there. The moon pass. Merlin inside, and they're gonna get Alexander again.
Yeah, wrapped around him there. And again, when you have the size disadvantage and the strength disadvantage, sometimes all you can do is add extra contact. He wrapped around him trying to poke away the entry pass, and they're going to get Emmett Hall back into the game to try to
play.
Battle against him.
I mean, this is no Pappas and no Ruoff tonight, and Stearns has their full rotation, and that's been the difference. Could be, they're 8 minutes away and counting from a championship appearance, their 5th straight. Dortch backs his way in, kicks to Gaffney. Here's Jones. Spins, shot falling away as the shot clock expires. Noah Hall pinboards the rebound. Robinson, deflected pass, ball on the ground. Cohen saves it, and then Gaffney came in through. And then lays it in. Cohen in some pain, and
Tyler Schmelz was looking for a foul there.
I don't blame him.
As Mason Jones crashed to the floor trying to get after that loose ball, it took Cohen out. And now there's some jawing going back and forth.
Of course, Mason Jones in some controversy. I want to take a look at this.
There was a lot of contact there.
We're really behind the stream here. Oh my goodness. How do you miss that?
Yeah, it definitely seemed like, I mean, when you're diving for a loose ball, there's a lot that goes on in that kind of scrum for it. It definitely seemed like there was a foul there.
I mean, you guys be the judge.
Oh, we're actually showing the replay. All right. Our replay capabilities are ever expanding in the postseason.
I mean, that is just a terrible no call. I mean, this is the semifinals of the JSBL, and then how do you miss that? He dives at his leg. It's the same exact foul that they called in the first game, and they didn't call it there.
Yeah, it's a tough miss, but they're going to get free throws out of it because Mason Jones picked up the technical.
One at least. And Robinson knocks down the technical.
They'll still also get the ball back because Tyler Schmelz called the timeout.
Did he call a timeout, or was that just did they stop the game?
He called the timeout so he could kind of let his guys regroup, let Cohen get up, and they did call a timeout.
It's just crazy. I mean, was that not the exact same foul that they called in the first game?
Pretty much, and I didn't think it was a bad foul either. I think it was a good call. Yeah, definitely a tough one to miss there.
Did Pastor pay off the refs again?
Oh boy, again? What do you mean again?
I'm just making a joke there, but. So Steele inbounds it to Robinson. Here's Steele. Got Jones in a. Here's Hall. Mid-range. I mean, I don't get that one, but Robinson gets it back and flips it up and in. And the lead's 9. Here comes Stearns again, running the floor. Good job of Seaview at least getting back there. Gaffney kicks, Dortch inside. There's just no answer to it.
Yeah, I mean, Seaview at least got back on defense, but they were not matched up well enough. There were multiple mismatches there, and Stearns just took advantage.
That one blocked and then a foul. Who's that on?
I think they'll get Merlin. Again, he kind of came down with his arm and lost the verticality.
His 4th, so a little bit of foul trouble. So 2 free throws for Cohen, and he's got the first. One more here coming for Josh Cohen. Second one, big free throw. They got to get back. They're yelling at him to get back. Here's Myers. Merlin. Jones. Kicks Merlin in the corner, and no, and it went out of bounds. It's another stop mounted for Seaview.
Yeah, now they need to combine it with the score. Again, time's starting to run out a little bit here. Still 6 minutes left, but if you're Stearns, you got to keep that same intensity on both ends. You can't knock out Seaview Jeep until the clock's at all 0.
As Rice missed on a 3, and Merlin pinballed it out of bounds. It'll stay with Seaview. Here's Cohen. Has Gaffney on him. Spins. Finds Steele. Open look for 3. Needed. In and out. They had the look they wanted and couldn't fall. And then Dortch is fouled. That's kind of a smart foul.
Yeah, Cohen kind of had himself turned around and just had to pick up any kind of foul to cut off a free drive to the lane.
So 4 on Stearns. 4 on Seaview, excuse me. Here's Myers. Thought about a 3. He's going to step inside, mid-range in the face of Xander Rice, handing out. Here's Robinson. Mid-range, 3-pointer deep, no. Rebound tipped into the hands of Rice by Cohen, he saved it. And Dortch fouls him.
Stearns foul, charge number 21, Parker Dortch, his 4th, team's 2nd.
4th on Dortch, so now Dortch and Merlin each with 4 fouls. Here's Robinson. Cohen with that high, oh, nice feed. Cohen inside, Robinson. Rice, one more in the corner, need it. Got it! And it's a 6-point game.
That's the exact 3-man game you want if you're Seaview Jeep. A pocket pass from Robinson, defense crashes to Cohen, and Rice is left wide open for a corner triple.
Jones finds Gaffney. Directing traffic. They get Merlin in on Hall. Merlin mid-range in the face of Hall is no. Robinson the rebound. Here's Cohen. Fast break for Seaview. Rice, 3-pointer, no. Rebounded by Gaffney. Well, that would have been a huge 3-pointer. And the long pass, Merlin in the air. Blocked by Cohen. Here's Robinson. Robinson, fake 3, up and good! 3-point game! Timeout, Stearns trailer. We'll be right back after this short break on the JSBL Network.
We welcome you back to the JSBL. It's a 3-point game with 4:26, and Stearns led by as much as 19 points.
Again, this is kind of a repeat of what happened against RKE Athletic in the quarterfinals, especially with a team with shot-making talent and playmaking talent like Seaview Jeep. You can't knock them out until, again, there's triple zeros on the clock, and all of a sudden it's right back to a 3-point game.
Merlin, Gaffney. Here's Myers. Myers kicks to the corner for Jones. Jones drives, flips one up. No good. Rebound tipped to Rice by Cohen. Seaview could tie it with a 3. This one deflected pass. Ball on the ground. Myers comes away with the steal. Save on. Gaffney accelerates inside and lays it in. Excellent layup by Gaffney.
And now on that previous possession, great anticipation by Savon Myers. They knew Justin Robinson was going to go with a quick pass down low to Cohen. He just got his hand up and created a score on the other end.
Here's Rice. Kicks, Cohen drives inside, flips one up, in, no foul. Long pass. Dortch somehow corralled that. Dortch works in on Hall, flips one up. No good, didn't have the English on it. Here's Robinson. Robinson fires for 3, in and out, hit the back of the rim. And Myers, easy slam down the lane. Seaview takes a timeout, we'll take one with them on the JSBL Network. After the Stearns timeout, they trailed 7, 110-103, and it looked like they had gotten a little bit of momentum there, but then Stearns able to go on a quick little 4-0 run.
Yeah, their quick strike. They force turnovers, they rebound the ball well, and they get to the rim in a hurry. That's what's kind of propelled them here.
Here's Rice. Off-ball screen from Cohen. Rice accelerates in, flips one up, and that's number 5 on Dortch. Rice drew the foul, and he's got 2 coming at the free throw line.
Again, Rice battling down low on the rim. He's got the size disadvantage against Dortch, but he just goes right up with it.
2 huge free throws for Rice. With 2:50 to play, down 7. And oh my goodness, he missed the first. Got the second. 6-point ball game. Gaffney accelerates inside, gets the layup. It's an 8-point game.
Again, Gaffney has taken over in this game late, especially in this second half. He's been a huge part of Stearns' success on offense.
Robinson with a long pass. Alexander finds Steele. Rice in the corner for 3. Got it! And it's a 5-point game. They double in the corner. Now Stearns can run. Jones deflected out of bounds. Oh, that would have been huge for Seaview.
How about Alexander, the heads up, was just able to poke a hand out right kind of at the ball. That's a tough play to make.
Dortch with his back to the basket. Finds Gaffney. Looking for a passing lane, drives inside, finds Merlin. Merlin missed at the basket. Cohen the rebound. Oh my goodness, they called a foul.
Senior foul charge to number 32, Josh Cohen.
It was late, but it looked like Cohen on the follow through got Merlin in the head. And yeah, it is a late whistle. You're never going to be happy when a whistle's that late, but it looked like he got him on the head there.
So Merlin has 2 free throws and a chance to push this lead to 7. Missed the first.
In the game for senior number 33, Emmett Hall here replaces Brandon Alexander.
So Hall in for Alexander. One more for Hall, or excuse me, Merlin, and it almost rimmed out. So it's a 6-point lead with just under 2 minutes to play. Here's Robinson, finds Cohen. Cohen, shot fake on a 3. Rice. Cohen, thought about it. Extra pass, Rice for 3, knocks it down! 3-point game with 90 seconds to play.
Again, you can't knock down Seaview until the game is over. They're going to keep coming. Stearns has to stay locked in on the offensive end, get to the rim, make something happen with your size.
Gaffney for 3, knocks it down as an answer. They left him open and he made him pay.
Again, another breakdown on the driving kick. Not what you want on defense, especially after you hit a big 3 to cut into the momentum.
And a foul. It's on Myers. First in the last 2 minutes. So Alexander's going to come in for Hall, so they'll play offense defense here.
Yeah, I think with Alexander, you need some more perimeter play, putting him in the game. He can knock down the 3. He hasn't done it at that high of a level tonight, but he can, and you have to look out for it.
Rice drives in on Merlin, no contact, and Myers the rebound, and they're going to foul him.
I think if you're or if you're Rice, I should say, I think you got to look for a kick-out opportunity there. He was kind of in the trees there, battling against Merlin. I know he was trying to draw a foul. Just looked like the defense was crashing in on him there.
Myers knocks down the first. Looks like it's going to be a rematch of last year's championship game, which saw Dwayne Jones hit the shot of the JSBL. Myers hits the second. Stearns, Seaview in desperation mode. They had cut it to 3 multiple times. Robinson falling away, knocks it down. Looking for a foul, and they get Alexander gets Merlin, and again, it's gonna the same thing that's bitten the Seaview each of the last 5 years. And it's gonna bite them in the back again. First one for Merlin's good. One more for Rasheen, he missed. Slightly leaving the door open. Robinson finds Rice, fires for 3. No, who's got that rebound? It comes away with Jones. And Jones is fouled.
Seaview foul charge number 8, Justin Robinson, is second.
So
At the line for Stearns.
I don't know how they just keep doing it.
Well, tonight it was that third quarter. They caught fire, especially from beyond the arc. Their offense was operating at peak capacity in that third quarter. They were able to separate themselves. You knew Seaview Jeep was going to put on at least somewhat of a run to try to fight back into this game, but in the end, you knew Stearns had to get enough stops at the end and get some timely baskets, and they have done that here late in the game.
So, tomorrow night becomes an ACI Homers broadcast. Just kidding. As Alexander fires and, oh my goodness, Valentine. That was not the shot there. 121, 112. And Stearns, as Dortch lines up a three. One of the rare threes that doesn't go down tonight as Stearns trailer takes it 121-112 and finds himself in their 5th straight JSBL championship game.
Yeah, again, it was that third quarter that separated things. They were just able to hit their shots at a high level. They also forced some problems on the defensive end. And again, they got the job done when they needed to late. It got to be a close game. We knew Seaview Jeep was going to put a run back into this game to make it close, but Stearns took care of business as they always do in the playoffs.
We'll be right back with tonight's star of the game after this short break on the JSBL Network.
Alec Himmel back with you here on the JSBL, here with our player of the game, Stearns Trailer, going back to their 5th consecutive JSBL championship. Rasheen Merlin, special guest Sosa Merlin as well here with us. Rasheen, 32 points, 10 rebounds. This was a tough game for you guys. It went back and forth, but then that third quarter you guys exploded, shot 67% from the floor. How are you guys able to generate good looks and knock them down in that third?
Honestly, I think it's just teamwork. Parker had 26, Gaff had 30, I had 30. And even just the rebounds, just playmaking for the other players, but it definitely was a tough game, not gonna lie, but it was a good game though, honestly.
It was definitely a really good game here in the semifinals. Parker Dortch is coming up to say hello as well.
Let me see these.
I'm good, yeah, I'm straight.
Machine was getting into, man.
Come on, hooping.
30.
Hooping.
Stop.
Oh, Sosa's scrambling around. This, again, you had to beat this team. You knew they were going to make a run in the fourth quarter. They did. They cut it to a 3-point game, but you guys got the job done late. How are you guys able to cut off the momentum and seal the victory?
I think it's just toughness, honestly, bro. Parker's tough. I'm tough. The whole team is tough, but we seen that they started to ease off the brakes a little bit, and we seen that, just attacked it. They had bigs, but their bigs, I'm not throwing shade in like that, but their bigs aren't as physical and like versatile as we are. Like we just, I don't know how to say it, but we just fought the whole time. I thought for like 3/4 of the game, I'm like, yeah, we lost. Cause we was up 18, then they came back. I'm like, oh, 6-point game. That's how it works. But hey, what's your team name? What is it?
Your guys?
No, them.
Oh, them, Seaview Jeep.
Jeep. I'll drive a Tesla, so I don't care about no Jeeps. You feel me?
At 5 straight finals appearances for Stearns Trailer in the JSBL Championship, how have you guys been able to put together a remarkable run of consistency over the years with different players? It's still Stearns Trailer.
I think it's just chemistry. It doesn't matter who's going off on any night, any shot, even a bad shot. I think we're all just cool with it. Everybody flows. No one cares who has the most points, even though it was me today. But even when someone else does good, Park had 43 yesterday, or Tuesday, or Monday, whatever, and it felt like we all had 43 because we all just played together. And when I had 44, it was like we all got 44 because it's a team thing. Like no one's like, all right, well he's hot and it's his team. Everyone's just we all together. I don't think anyone is like selfish or anything like that. Just chemistry. Honestly, it's just I don't know.
And you guys got a rematch as well against ACI Robins Nest in the final. We know what happened last year. What's the excitement level for this iteration?
I think the game's going to be excited. I mean, but if you think about it, they won off a buzzer-beating full-court three-pointer and one. That's insane. So if you think about it like that, the talent we had last year isn't up to par with the talent we have this year. So therefore, if we just play our game, we'll be fine. Their bigs, and I'm saying this right now, their bigs can't hang with our bigs. Their guards are okay though. I know a couple of them players, but they ain't got not one big that can stick with me. Jared's my dog. Jared too light. I'm 230. I'm too strong. Parker's 240, all muscle. It's Mike. Come on, man. It's just too much. But I think and whoa. You guys are 0 for 2 today?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Dan
But
picked
you didn't pick
ACI
us.
Robins Nest.
All right then. Yeah. Y'all doubted us.
Listen.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah.
I was told that Savon wasn't coming. If I knew Savon, we were told that you guys did. We were told like you guys did have a.
Savon had 5 points. So I'm
Dave is
confused.
trying to Dan is
That's
trying
my
to
dog though. That's my dog.
Dan is trying to justify his selections.
Yeah. Nah, stand on it. It's okay.
If I knew
Yeah.
you guys had more people coming, I heard that you guys had basically no one coming, and Scotty was coming.
So Sheen wasn't gonna be here?
Yeah, I heard that.
You did? Because I didn't hear that. Anyways.
I heard Scotty was going to be the feature player.
I woke up this morning. I read the little predictions. I'm like, oh yeah, 0 for 4. Whew, that's crazy. I took a video. I'm gonna tag y'all in the video.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Well, Rasheed Merlin, our player of the game, 32 points, 10 rebounds. Stearns Trailer going back to the final tomorrow night. They'll face against ACI Robins Nest. Rasheed and Sosa, thanks for the time tonight. Any comments from Sosa?
Hey, Sosa. Nah, he tired right now. He's tired.
Sosa's excited for the game tomorrow. We'll be back with the championship game tomorrow. Thanks for listening.